I'll just be quickly going over the Everlasting Moonglow, which is Kokomi's signature weapon, and it is currently on the weapon banner with the Amos bow. I just posted the video talking about Amos bow already, so do check that out. Basically, this is to continue my series discussing 5-star weapons, comparing them to other weapons of the same class or type that are currently available in the game. So let's get started. So without further ado, I just want to quickly mention that it's pretty obvious that this is a skip weapon. I just want to make that clear up front here. I'm pretty sure everyone knows that too. This weapon is very niche. It's very beautiful. It's really pretty, and it matches her very nicely. Again, I do like Kokomi now. Over time, I have grown to like her, and definitely she's a very good character to have, but she's not a must-have either, because technically she's a healer. But that is aside. We're talking about the weapons here. So the reason why I say that this weapon is a skip is, of course, it's a healing weapon. The passive is all about healing. It's an HP bonus substat as well. So currently in the game, of the remaining Catalyst users, the only other one that actually uses HP is Barbara, which is like her 4-star version of Kokomi, right? And realistically, you don't, and they both scale off of HP. There are no other Catalyst users that currently scale off of HP. So that's why it's very niche, number one. Number two, I would just say, like, of the weapons that are currently available, there are only these 3 weapons that I'm going to talk about that are comparable. So the Thrilling Tales, as you can see, this is not a healing weapon, but it is an HP substat weapon, and it's a 3-star weapon. But this is a great weapon to have for any supportive Catalyst user that you're going to swap in to give a bonus to the next character. That's a great bonus, especially at R5. And lastly, the prototype Amber, which is a craftable weapon, which is free. And this is basically, technically, the best 4-star weapon for both Kokomi and Barbara if you're doing the healer build, right? Obviously, if you're doing a complete support build where you just want to swap them in for another character to get a bonus, then of course the Thrilling Tales is always a given. That's why we should always keep that one. But regardless, those are the only 3 weapons that are comparable in this type of comparison. However, I will also talk about the other existing weapons in the game and how it compares. So this weapon obviously is healing, and it's about normal attack and burst, as you can see, and some energy recharge in the passive. The Lost Pairs is definitely a DPS weapon. Now that they've changed the game a little bit and they rebalanced her some more, and there's Dendro and Hydro reactions, etc. So Kokomi can be used in a DPS role. So definitely, if you want to give her like a Lost Pair, because this is a standard weapon that you can get from losing 50/50 on featured weapon banners, and also from the standard weapon banner. It was also recently upgraded on the Klee rerun for the 2.8 event. However, I got mine, I believe, from standard and or off banners as well. I might have gotten one or yeah, maybe one of, because there's 3 copies here, but I might have gotten one from maybe a raid up at one point. But yeah, anyway. Yeah, the Old Sword and Eye came out a few patches ago, and this is a great simple attack bonus weapon. And if you're doing it for Kokomi specifically, then energy recharge works well. This works well with most characters. I gave it to Mona because obviously she scales off of energy recharge in some cases, so that's why it's great for her. Because I do have the Everlasting Moonglow, and I pulled for it because I was going for, the last time she was on a rerun with Raiden Shogun, I was going for Engulfing Lightning. That's why, dupes of that. So that's why I was lucky and I got a bunch of Engulfing Lightnings and a bunch of Everlasting Moonglows, or several. So this is what I gave her. But other than that, prior to this, I just gave her the Amber, or I was going to just give her like the Thrilling Tales, basically, because I don't use Barbara. I also tried her out. If we're talking about Kokomi or Barbara, Hakushin Ring is great. It works well, obviously, for taser teams, electro teams, etc. So currently it's with my Lisa. So these are all supportive options, as you can see. DPS options, Zodiaco Tales. Maybe some of you may not have this from last year's summer adventure, right? From 1.6. So this is a great weapon for many characters. It's also normal in charge attack, so it's pretty straightforward. Of course, the Witsith is a great DPS weapon again. It's better, in my opinion, for Yaimiko and for Heizo, as I both have them. So it's actually their best weapon, in my opinion. Obviously, I don't have the Kagura's Verity for Yaimiko, but if I did, that would be obviously Yaimiko's signature weapon. That would work well for both of them, but I think Witsith is a great weapon option for those characters. Solar Pearl is a BP exclusive weapon. This is a great weapon choice, especially if you don't have Lost Prayer for crit rate. So this is a great one. Sacrificial Fragments is great for Sucrose, as you know. This is her best in slot. This one, if you don't have this, then of course Mapamera is craftable, so that's fine because there is an issue with obviously these are gacha weapons, so not everyone's going to have them at high refines or have them all. And then, of course, the Black Cliff is available in the Paimon shop, and this is a great weapon as a placeholder, but may not be applicable to Kokomi, if we're talking about her, because she can't scale off of any crit stats, crit damage or crit rate. And Frostbearer, this is an okay weapon, but not many people use it, but I did get it to R5. I didn't further level it up. And then Favonius, this is a good all-around weapon. But yeah, just to round up this quick video, really, it's going to be really quick. It's really just Everlasting Moonglow is only comparable to the Prototype Amber technically, if we're talking about healers, okay, and HP scalers for Catalyst users. But if you're trying to change up the role a little bit, then of course there are other DPS options and other supportive options in the game, right? So there is no shortage of Catalysts, so you definitely don't need the Everlasting Moonglow. And if we're again talking about Kokomi again, she can't use any of these crit rate weapons anyways, like the Lost Prayer or the Solar Pearl, for example, she can't use. We talked about Black Cliff already, and with this she can't use either because she can't scale off of crit. It's negative for her. So, so it limits her options altogether as well, right? So there's that too. But again, this is not specifically talking about Kokomi, but of course we can't avoid talking about her because it is her weapon. But anyway, hopefully you found that that information informative or interesting. I just want to continue this series, of course. That's why I'm doing these videos. But yeah, it's meant to be really quick. And do check out my other one for the Amos bow as well. And stay tuned for more from me. And I will continue, streaming, of course, the Archon Quest, Act 2 in Sumeru, I haven't done it yet, and other events, and also the Abyss as well. So stay tuned for more from me, and we'll see you guys in the next